Hello, Himanshu sir. First, want to tell all the viewers that Himanshu sir has been one of the most successful businessmen, yes, but also known as one of the most influential and the top powerful Indians in the UAE. And I think that title speaks volumes about the huge impact that you've been creating here.
Thank you.
A privilege to speak to you and, get into the discussion of your entire professional journey and, of course, the hair journey as well.
I guess it was genetic, and everybody knows my dad had grown bald, and I could see it was happening to me.
Age is a factor. Once they cross the age of 40, there also the safety is a concern.
The most important part of any hair journey, I would say, is the aftercare. I'm 60 plus, and I still did it, so there is no problem.
I remember you said that you don't want to, shave it off completely.
None of my friends or colleagues or anybody realized I was going through a hair transplant. I think the initial worry was that does it really work? Coming and looking at your facility and looking at what you guys were doing, I felt that yes, looks like success could be guaranteed, and that's why I decided to go ahead.
Did you manage to resume work immediately?
Yeah, I did everything. I was on a golf course within 24 hours and played 4 hours of golf. So I had no work stoppage or my social life stops. And you feel confident, your confidence increases. For anybody who's worried about it, I think that they should know that you could go through without anybody knowing you're going through.
Hello, Himanshu sir. Firstly, thank you so very much for giving us your valuable time and being here with us. It's such an honor to have you on Beyond the Mirror with us today.
Thank you for having me here.
Firstly, before we get into any kind of conversations, I, first want to tell all the viewers that Himanshu sir has been one of the most successful businessmen, yes, but also known as one of the most influential and the top powerful Indians in the UAE. And I think that title speaks volumes about the huge impact that you've been creating here.
Thank you.
So really a privilege to speak to you and, get into the discussion of your entire professional journey and, of course, eventually the hair journey as well. Yeah. So tell us, how did you move to Dubai in 1980s, and how did the unique group start, if you could tell us?
I came from Singapore, working for a company, and then I did a management buyout, and in 93 renamed as a unique group, and started my journey in subsea and subsea equipment business, basically.
Right.
And at that time, it was pioneering here because there was not many service companies here. So based on the service approach, I think it grew, and then it's gone global, of course, and I just retired a couple of years back. My son is now the CEO. He runs the company. I'm the chairman.
Okay. So tell us what motivated you to start the Unique Group back then in 1993, and what did you envision at that point?
Envision was that I was following my ex-company, which was from Singapore. I was I knew what they could do, and I could do the same here. I was partnering with my chairman, Richard Eldridge, at that point in time. And we together saw a market gap. That was where we came in and started moving forward towards a journey, basically.
Right.
It was started very small, 3 people, nobody there, all hands-on. And from there on, it grew to now it is a 500 people company globally.
Yes, absolutely. In fact, that's what I was going to ask, that looking back, what were those defining moments where you felt that the Unique Group, from a small operation, like you mentioned, went into a massive global engineering powerhouse?
I think the pioneering thing was that the customer drew us towards that. The customers liked our service, and they made us grow. Basically, they gave us more opportunities to do different things with them in similar field, but using our expertise. So that is how we grew, and that's where the customers pushed us to grow into various fields. And then the employees took over, and they were very, I was lucky to find some very good employees, and with them I grew.
Yeah. In fact, very often now in the clinic also, when I have your relatives or, your friends coming in, when they come for a hair consultation also, and when we happen to speak about you, they really look up to you, and they always say that, the kind of integrity, the kind of culture and loyalty that you bring into your leadership. Tell us, how do you manage such a big team, and how do you manage this culture?
I think it was more of a family culture. So, coming from a Gujarati family, we I took care of them, and
Yeah.
that automatically converted them into a loyal employee, and that's what the company grew from. So it was very easy for me. It was like everyone who was employed was my family, and still is in a way. Though now it's more corporate and very big,
Yeah.
but that's how it is.
True. And I
So
think
it
that's the
grew
most
from there.
inspiring
Yeah,
part, because
yeah.
the kind
It
of leadership.
started from there, but it sort of now become a very big corporate, and now I don't know a lot of people. But
Yeah, yeah.
before I used to know everybody and their
Right.
families, and and we have a lot of cultural events in the company, and
Yeah.
we became family, more friends,
That kind of
more,
bonding.
yeah, more bonding
happened.
rather than a boss and employee
Of course,
relationship.
yeah.
And that's where we grew from, and I think that's what pushed the company to where it is today.
What is that one, advice you would give to the young entrepreneurs who are wanting to establish and scale their business, especially from Dubai? What is it that your advice will help them for a sustainable business?
I think one general advice is what I have done is basically make employees your partners.
Yeah.
And that is how only way to grow, and only way to find things that you will never see, but they will see and let you grow. And
Yes.
of course, you invest in your business. You don't invest in, if your business is hair, then you don't go and set up something else. Don't
Yeah.
set up a gym, or don't do all
Yes.
that. Just stay with the hair.
Focus to your forte,
So
yeah.
that's what we did. We were focused on what we were doing. So I never invested my money, even though we were making money. We didn't went and buy real estate, or
Yes,
so
yes.
we stayed with what we were. So you
Yes.
just stay focused on your core, and first establish leadership in core before you look at anything else.
Absolutely, very true. Now, switching gears a little towards, a personal journey of yours. So tell us, how did, you start experiencing the hair loss, and when did you realize that, okay, yeah, you need to do something about it, or any kind of treatments that you took in the past?
I guess it was genetic. I mean, everybody knows my dad had grown bald, and I could see it was happening to me, and happened to run into Rishi,
Yeah.
who was your first and very early customers in Dubai.
True.
And he's my niece's husband, so he said, no, they're very good, and this and that. I said, okay, let me go check it out. That's when we met.
That's
And,
right, yeah.
When I came here, I saw the facility, really hygienic, clean, that attracted me. You had a system about doing it. I didn't want to do everything in one day or 2 days.
Right.
You had a
Yeah.
you had a way to help me with that, and that's where I thought, okay, we can do this.
Yeah,
Let's try
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Basically, it was a trial, but yeah, it worked.
In fact, yeah, when I go back 2 years ago, I think in the year 2023 is when you walked in first time. And somehow, yeah, that's why it feels a little more special, this conversation, because I was the one who actually met you
That's
the first
true.
time.
Yeah.
You were here with your friend.
Yeah.
And I remember you said that you don't want to, shave it off completely. That was also one concern that you had. You wanted to keep the existing hair and then do the grafting. And I think in the same month, Dr. Abhishek had started with your
correct.
procedure.
It was because of that. I think it was one way is because we still have to do work and be
Yeah.
business and be out there. So I didn't want to be fully shaven or
shaved,
anything.
yes.
And as a matter of fact, none of my friends or colleagues or anybody realized I was going through a hair transplant,
yeah.
which was, really
Yeah.
kudos
So
to
that
you
transition
guys,
was
how
good.
you do it.
So tell us, were there any kind of initial fears or, that little worry or anxiety when you were actually in the decision and you took that step that, yeah, I'm going ahead with the procedure?
I think the initial worry was that does it really work, and does the amount of money wasn't small. I mean,
Yeah.
it still isn't small. And I thought, would it work? And
Yeah.
coming and looking at your facility and looking at what you guys were doing, I felt that yes, it looks like success could be almost guaranteed, and
Yeah.
that's why
Yeah.
I decided to go ahead with that.
So, of course, how was your experience with Dr. Abhishek through those 4 to 5 days, I think, was the
That's
number of
correct. Yeah.
sessions?
No, experience was very good. Of course, there is some parts of the procedure that is painful, but
Yeah.
I think not only Dr. Abhishek but the support staff
Yeah.
helped us get through that. I think that was that is one thing that I tell all that I recommend to come here,
Yes.
like Venki or Abhishek or whoever, that you will go through it, but there is good support to
Right.
help you through that pain
Yeah.
process.
Yeah. It was like a 4 or 5 day procedure?
Yeah, 5 days over 3 months.
Over 3 months.
Because I was
Yeah,
not
yeah.
shaving. of
Shaving.
course.
So yeah, we went slow and we
but
did it
I
in
went slow because
smaller
I
portion.
was not shaving off.
Correct.
And that's why it was over 3 months. Yeah.
How was your work schedule during that period? Did you manage to resume work immediately? How was
Yeah,
it
I
for
did
you?
everything. Played golf, do everything. In 24 hours, I was on a golf course. I was
Okay,
doing everything.
okay.
So I had no work
Yeah.
stoppage or my social life stoppage or all that, which was one of the reasons I came here, because
Right.
I thought, okay, I don't have to stop anything. What I was
Correct.
doing.
I think this is important because a lot of people in Dubai, when they want to go for this procedure, they kind of hesitate because they think work will get disturbed. They'll, be home for two,
No,
three
but that's
weeks.
why I would say to them that if they follow on a slow process like I did,
Yeah.
then they don't have to stop anything. I was on a golf course within 24 hours and played 4 hours of golf.
Yeah.
So there was no issue with, and nobody even realized I was going through the process.
Correct. Yeah. So aesthetically also it looked presentable, for not to
and
realize.
everything was okay and there was no problem. So I think that really, for anybody who's worried about it, I
Yeah.
think that they should know that
Right.
you could go through without anybody knowing you're going through it.
How many months it took for you to start appreciating that? Because of course this is a slow process. The
Yeah.
growth takes time. And how many months did you start?
I think from the first process of 5 days, it took about 4 to 5 months to see the results.
Yeah.
And then because I did it over 3 months, overall it was a year for me. But yeah, now you can see
Yeah.
it's quite a good hair growth. And I've recommended so many people to come.
Yes, and I think that itself, I think we take it as a compliment because I remember your friends, even your brother, I think your son-in-law and all of
Yeah.
them have visited and they did keep that trust in us. So
Yeah.
I think that means a lot.
And of course, Dr. Abhishek is a great guy, and you can send anybody to him, and he will guide him through. So yeah.
At a personal level or professional level, how do you feel when you started initially seeing in the mirror and you saw that growth? What was that initial feeling?
People comment on my hair, I don't, but of course they say, "Oh, you look good with this,"
Yeah.
and you feel confident.
Yeah,
Your confidence increases. You are enjoying your social life more,
Right.
And people comment on you instead of you commenting on your own hair. So
True,
yeah,
true.
that's-
Any grooming or any kind of hairstyle that you tried experimenting in this period after the hair grew?
Yeah, various really.
Yeah.
Various hairstyles. Even today, I just got it done. So
Yeah, and they look good actually.
Looks good.
It looks natural as well actually.
Yeah.
Like you said, it doesn't look like it's a transplant. I
Yeah,
think that's the
that's-
concern with a lot of people, that it looks very artificial sometimes.
No, that again, the way you guys do it, it doesn't feel or anybody
Yeah.
realizes that you are doing a transplant or you have done a transplant.
We've seen this in Dubai. A lot of people consider, the other countries to travel and get the procedure done. What is your take on this?
I guess the follow up that you can get, and you guys sell a wholesome package. So it includes PRP, includes growth factor, it includes any follow up you need to add. There is always need. So my take is that if you go to Turkey or anywhere else and get it done, you're taking that risk, basically.
yeah.
It may be very successful, and if it fails, what do you do? At least here, you can immediately come back. You always give us time. You do whatever needs to be done. So I think that is my take on it. I mean, people maybe for money reasons or whatever economic reasons, they may want to get it done. Maybe it's cheaper in Turkey. I never figured that out. But it is a catch-22. I think if you do it overseas.
Yeah. I think the convenience and, like you said, the aftercare becomes
Aftercare,
much more
I think
simpler.
it is
yeah.
the most important part of any hair journey, I would say, is the aftercare. You just transplant is one thing, but there is
Yes,
various
true.
things after that.
And also the way we customize, like in your case, it went across 2-3 months. If it is some other country, it's difficult to travel
Travel all
every
the
time for
time,
those
yeah,
sessions. So then becomes more like a one-day thing and coming
true,
back. Yeah, so I think that would help a lot of people who are in the decision making as well. What is that one advice you would give for a lot of people who are hesitant, to go ahead with this procedure? Maybe a lot of myths around or the fear that they have. Probably that message would be strong enough for them to, get the clarity.
According to me, at Assure, you get a whole-on package, cool, hygienic place. You are in Dubai, you get follow-up. So I wouldn't hesitate if I was on this journey. And that's why my friends have followed and come here and got it done. And each one that has come here from my family or from my friends, they have enjoyed the process and they are happy with the process.
Right.
They're happy with the success. So I would recommend that if they are listening to me, then you should try it.
Yeah, definitely. I think this will really help a lot of people who are listening to you. They'll get the confidence because, again, age is a factor. A lot of people, when they are in their 20s or early 30s, they are still not so hesitant. But once they cross the age of 40, there also the safety is a concern. So anything that you would like to probably speak on that aspect?
But that's what I'm saying. Is school hygienic place is properly controlled. Of course, with Dubai, you have that safety factor with you.
Yeah.
And I'm 60 plus, and I still did it, so there is no problem.
Yes.
And I think that encouraged some of my colleagues who are 40 plus to come and do it, because they said, if you can do it, I should be able to do it.
Yeah. We have a very small last segment.
Okay.
It's a quick rapid fire round. Just simple questions. So whatever first comes in your mind, you can just answer that.
Okay.
Yeah. So shall we start with that?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. The first one. One word that best describes your leadership style.
Bold.
What's the first thing you look for in a new business idea?
Overall growth, eventually.
What is tougher to manage, people or numbers?
People.
One trait every entrepreneur must have.
He must know what he's doing, really.
If your friends had to describe you in 3 words, what would they say about you?
Funny, entertaining, and stupid.
One habit you are proud of never breaking.
I never look back. I always look forward.
What's your go-to way to unwind after a long, hectic day?
Golf.
Golf. Okay. What do you turn to when you need honest advice? Like, whom do you turn to?
My wife.
Offshore technology or client relationship, what excites you more?
Client relationship.
One quality that makes unique groups stand out so much globally.
Just diversity in the business.
If you could describe your team in one word, what would you say?
Loyal.
What's that one thing you still miss about India?
Just the relatives, I guess. The relations and, extended family.
Yeah. Any favorite Indian festival that you have?
Diwali.
Your favorite holiday destination anywhere in the world?
Switzerland.
So obviously, because as fellow Gujaratis, this little special segment on Gujarati is something which I wanted to include here. So about the food, of course, first. When we say handwa, thepla or undia, which is your favorite?
Undia.
One Gujarati value or habit you feel has helped you in your business as well?
Being financially sharp.
Who's your favorite Gujarati personality? It could be a businessman or politician or somebody from films as well.
Modi.
Mr. Modi, yeah. Do you think Gujaratis are born entrepreneurs, or it's just a stereotype that happens to be true?
I think we got it in our blood somehow.
Yeah. And the last segment, what's the best compliment you've received after a hair transplant?
I am looking good. I think that's what people say.
If you had to give one message to the next generation about success, confidence, and living life fully, what would it be?
Never look back.
When people look back at you years from now, what's that one thing you would want them to remember you for?
As a happy fellow.
Yes. Okay. And this is the last one. If you had to sum up your life journey from building global business to reinventing your look, tell us one word how you would describe yourself.
I don't know. Happy?
Happy?
Happy.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir. This really will help a lot of people who are listening, to take that step ahead, and they'll be encouraged to, at any age, like whether they're in 50s or 60s, I'm sure it's going to motivate them once they listen to you, because so confidently, you are telling your journey, and that's going to be really helpful to us.
Thank you so much.